Hi guys, I'm back again with another tutorial. This time we're going to be doing fabric earrings. So let's get started. What you're going to need is a wooden blank. This is the earring ones, and then I painted the back side. So just do that, paint the back side. Get yourself some fabric. And then what you're going to do is grab a brush and some Mod Podge. Put it in a bowl or something. Okay, there we go. And now you're gonna paint the front of the earring. Make sure you're not painting the back that's painted already, because that's the wrong side to paint. Put the Mod Podge on. I've done that before. So what you do is just paint this with Mod Podge. Put a good amount on. There we go. That should be good. And then you're gonna lay your fabric down, pretty side up. Lay your fabric right on top, and then just kind of work it with your fingers. Make sure it's all down. Make sure there's no creases and it's all flat. And then what you're gonna do is paint that Mod Podge right over the fabric and right over your project. And really saturate it. Make sure you're going over the edge. There we go. And the top part, it tends to kind of go up a little bit, so I just put extra on the top part. But you're gonna put more Mod Podge on it. Then I would let this dry for like 15 minutes or something. Do another layer, same thing, put it on, you know, work it in, and then that should be good. You're gonna let it dry for like half an hour to 45 minutes or so. I've done it overnight because I forgot about it, so it doesn't really matter as long as it's dry. So I have one here that I did yesterday, and it's all dry. The Mod Podge is stuck on there, the fabric is stuck on there. So what you do now is you cut it out. So just cut it as much as you can, close to the wooden blank as possible. And then you're gonna go over it. I mean, you're gonna cut it some more, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Here we go. So there it is. And then you look it over, you see I have some over here that needs to be cut a little bit more. So just go with your scissors and just cut off that excess. There we go. Now it's perfect. Now what I like to do now is poke a little hole in that well, there's a little hole there, but just poke it through. And I have a tool right here, and you can use anything as long as it fits through the hole, and you just poke it through. This one, it doesn't have to be perfect because you're gonna use a drill and you're gonna poke it again. So just enough, as long as it's open a little bit, you have like that little bit on the top that's open. There we go. So there's that. Now the next step is painting. If you want to leave it like this, shiny, you can do another coat of Mod Podge, just the regular one, the gloss. If you want it matte, do a coat of the matte. Or what I like to do with this one, the effect is really nice, is to paint it with the sparkle Mod Podge. So just dip your brush in there and just paint it. And if you want to have it with a lot of glitter, just let this dry and then paint it. I mean, I keep saying paint it, but I guess brush it on again with the sparkle. Then let that dry. Let that dry. And then now what we're going to do is, see, I have one that is finished with the glitter. So you can see how pretty that is. And this is only one coat, so I think one coat is good enough. But if you want it more glittery, then do another coat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic. You could, at this point, use the UV resin and put the resin on. Make sure there's no bubbles. Make sure it's all the way to the edge with your toothpicks. And then cure it a couple of times. And then you're done. But I like the Dimensional Magic because it's a little easier, I find, to work with. So what you're going to do is just take it, start it in the middle, and then go all the way to the edge. So just start in the middle, and you're going to put a good amount. You can, if you can see that, that's a pretty good amount. And that's how you want it. And if it's okay if you get bubbles, you can just pop them. You have a bubble right there. There we go, I popped it. And go all the way to the edge. Then use your toothpicks. One to hold it, and then one to just push it all the way to the edge. And then you can make sure you get the top part. There we go. Now I don't see any more bubbles. But if you have a bubble, just poke it out, or just bring it to the edge and it'll come right out. So that's how much you want. You want to completely saturate it. That should be good. Now we're almost done. Let that dry for 24 hours. That's why the only thing that's more beneficial about the resin is that you have it instantly. After you cure it, it's done. But this one you gotta wait a little bit, but I think it came out good. This is one that's done already, dried, with the glitter and the Dimensional Magic. Now we're just gonna drill a hole. Get any kind of drill, the small bit that will fit in there. And then you want to use something to kind of lift it up off your table, because you don't want to drill directly into your table. So just find the hole. Let's see if I can do this. It's a little tricky sometimes. Oh, hey, this one's already drilled. Okay. I'll just drill it in there. Anyways, that's how you do it. Just drill the hole, and what you want to do is kind of like lift, move it a little bit, around in a circle to get all that resin or Dimensional Magic off. And then there you go. There it is. And now what you want to do is you put your hooks and jump rings and whatever you want to use. This one's the one that's finished. I put a split ring because I think those are better than jump rings, and a little pearl that I also used the one-step looper to make these loops, which you don't need to do that. You can make it your own self without the one-step looper, but I find that that tool is really helpful. And then the earring hook, just hook that right on, and there we go. It's finished. So just the split ring that I used, and I put it on this little thing with the one-step looper with 2 loops on each side of the pearl, and the earring hook. That's how you finish it. Or you can finish it any way you want to. You can put the earring hook directly on there, but I don't think it's gonna fit. But you could try, and you could just put it directly on there so it's not as long. Whoops, there we go. I think it might work, but I prefer just adding a split ring or a jump ring. All right, that's it. You finished and you've made a earring out of fabric and wood blanks. So yeah, that's it. I have a few more that I've made here with the Dimensional Magic that I still have to finish. This one has no glitter. It came out great. And then this one has the glitter, which is really sparkly. And that's nice. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope it's helped you, and I hope you make your own earrings. If you do, comment and you make a video, I'll watch it. So just let me know. All right, have a great day, and I appreciate you, and God bless. Bye.